Greetings to you. Just a short piece here on gold for those subscribers who follow me on Gold and Gold Matters. A lady called Judy Shelton, who was an advisor to the last Trump administration, who's a believer in hard money, proper money, not paper money. She's come up with an idea that there should be a long bond, a 50-year bond, a government bond, which would be redeemable at the end of 50 years in gold, with a view that the Fed would produce the gold at the end of that time. Now, here's an interesting point, and everybody's got their own view on this. Does the Fed have the gold? Now, here's the question. So, go back 20 years, a chap called, I think his name was Fred Veneroso, and he was a gold analyst, and he said, well, the rate that the Fed are lending their gold deposits, it's possible that the gold isn't there, or what we think the Fed should be holding isn't there. Because 20 years ago, they were lending out gold for a coupon of 1%, of course, and people were recycling it into a coupon, a debt-based system, which was lending a coupon maybe of 3 or 4%. So it's what is known as the carry trade, which is some people have defined as mindless gambling. Leaving all that aside, now here's the point. Here's the real point. Whether he was right or wrong, there was certainly very big movements in gold in those days out of the Fed that went. A lot of it went to the Far East and the Indian subcontinent, so on and so forth. That happens today. Still happens today. In exchange for what is basically a promissory note that they'd pay it back when times were good or when they wanted to do so on and so forth. Now, when Germany put their gold in America, they put it there because there was a threat from the Soviet Union, which was, of course, in those days on their doorstep and was hostile. It's not hostile now, but you can't tell anybody that, can't tell the neocons that. But leaving that aside, of course, when the German government decided that things were calmed down and that the Soviet Union disappeared with all their military hostility, so on and so forth, they asked for their gold back. Well, it wouldn't come back. It took years and years. I think it was 7 years to come back to the German Federation. The Fed in America have not allowed an audit of their gold since the mid-1950s, I think it was. Now, this begs the question to an old cynical sod like me, who's been around the block a few times, that they won't have an audit. I don't believe they've got it, or they certainly don't have what they should have, or what there should be if you look at the numbers, primary numbers. It's not there. I don't believe it's there. If it was there, they'd let people come in and audit it, wouldn't they? So if you were Germany or whomsoever, Australia or wherever it may be, have deposited your gold in the United States for safekeeping, you're entitled to know where the bloody hell it is. You're certainly entitled to have an independent audit and go in and say, where is it? Aren't you? Wouldn't you think so? So I don't think the gold is there. And of course, we know that China and Russia and the East have been accumulating gold for some time. It's only a hunch, but I think sooner or later, this has got to come out. And everybody say, where the bloody hell's the gold? And if it's not there, you're going to find a scramble to find bullion. You're going to be a big scramble to find bullion, and it's going to shoot the price up. That's my theory. That's my hunch. But I'm sure that my subscribers will have their own views. But let me know what they are. Let me know what you think. Do you think the gold's there? Or am I just being too untrusting and cynical? As most of you know, my work is very heavily independently research-based, and I get my information from all over the world. It would help if you press the subscribe button and the little bell next to it, because the more subscribers I have, the more likely it is that international independent research institutes will share their material with me. It's most helpful, and then of course I automatically share it with you. So surprise, won't cost you anything. Thank you very much.